for a quick Devar Torah. Uh, in looking at the Mishkan, the Tabernacle, we see certain rules for us in society that are being laid down, that they're being hinted at through the way that the tabernacle is constructed. First, you have the ark. Uh, and in the ark, of course, is the Ten Commandments that Moses brought down. It's to teach us that we have to follow the law, and we have to be of conscience. So we cannot have individuals cannot have their own law. The law has to be the same for everybody, uh, regardless of anything else. One of the curses of the Jewish people, there's a few places where it says that everybody did what was right in their own eyes. The Torah rejects this. In the book of Ruth, as you know, it starts off in the days the judges judged, but it can be also interpreted in the days when the judges were judged. Again, sort of anarchy running through. You cannot have a society where everybody makes up their own rules. You have to have laws, and the laws have to be equally applied across the board, and you have to have a society with a conscience, that they have to be aware of their duties within society. Next, you have the menorah made from solid gold from one piece. This is to teach you something very important. The Torah is not, religion is not to the side. And then there's science over here, there's Torah over there. That's not the way it works. Your entire everything has to be of one piece. In Israel, there's a movement that people don't call themselves religious dati, they call themselves Torani. In other words, there's a Torah way of behavior outside the synagogue. There's a Torah way of constructing a government, of being in the military. A friend of mine was an army rabbi in Israel. He had to have clearance from the security services because he was asked questions about certain missions, whether they were permitted under Jewish law. So it tells you something about the type of society that the Torah permeates everything we do, or should. Next, you have the table with the showbread. This is to teach us something about our economy. That the Torah, by the way, is not against somebody becoming wealthy. The Torah is all for you becoming wealthy. The Torah is, though, coming to teach you that with wealth comes responsibility. You're responsible to society. That we want wealthy people, by the way. I remember I was in Botswana and I picked up a local newspaper, and the leader said that he wanted to try to get wealthy people to come to Botswana. Because what do wealthy people do? They create jobs. Even if they don't invest in the country, because they have to have a nice house, they have to have a butler, they have to have this, that's jobs. And then if they invest in society, because they use their money to invest, that'll be more jobs. So it's very interesting that he saw that wealth creates wealth. But the thing is that just don't sit on your money, don't be greedy. You have to realize that you're part of society and that you have duties to society as well. The last thing, of course, is the altar. And the important thing about the altar is it's a place of action. The Torah is not concerned with your thoughts. The Torah is not, it is concerned with your thoughts, with but more important than your kavana, your aim, what you're thinking about while doing the mitzvah, what the Torah is concerned about, that you do the mitzvah. Somebody once said that when he was in yeshiva many years ago, he told his Rebbe, I don't feel like praying mincha today, the afternoon prayers. And the Rebbe said, wow, he doesn't feel like doing it. Wow. Guess what? Just do it. It doesn't matter if you feel like it or not. The important thing is what you do. Ben Gurion was once very famously said, it doesn't matter what the world thinks, it matters what Jews do. And even though he himself was not religious, he was hitting on a very deep concept of the Torah. Uh, so like we can see how the tabernacle really is a reflection on how we should live our lives and how we should set up our society. Something to think about.